Hi, my tubies. Sheila True Love here. Let me get my little thing here fixed so you can see the love that I have inside of me. That's love. I'm making this video here for the purpose of I made this other video. Like I said, I met a man on the street. He had this sign posted. It was like in put a stop to racism. It was a black man holding this sign, and I had stepped to him and I had questioned him in terms of, really, racism, dude? Okay, interesting. With all of the interracial relationships that I see going on here today, I know that there's a racism to some extent still going on, because I'm not living in a freaking, I'm not living in a cave. I understand what's going on. But when it comes to the type of racism that we discussed, it wasn't nothing like what he was saying. He said, "Oh no, Titi, get down, Titi. Oh my God, get down, crazy. Hey, come on, I'm making a video." Crazy. Oh, Oreo, get down, boy. What are you taking your leave of your senses? Get down. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Tubies. He's just totally need attention. You know what I talked about, attention addicts. I guess he's one of them. But anyway, come here, Oreo. If you need attention, honey, come here, you. I can give you attention while I talk. Thing is, is he jealous of the bear? I wonder. Whatever, dude. Seek help. Yes. I love my little baby. Okay, you're gonna have to go though, because I have a video to complete. Business before family. Trust me when I tell you, always put money before family, because let me tell you what the Bible says. When you ain't got no money, even your family going to turn against you. So make sure you put business before family. Family comes after business. Trust. Listen to a girl who's learned the hard way. We was having that discussion, what have you, and I said, tell me something. If there was a Caucasian person out here with that very same sign that you have, let's end racism, how do you think people are going to perceive that? And then I was speaking to another girl, a woman. She said she was almost attacked because she went to a certain area and she wore a T-shirt that said "Black is beautiful." And when she had that T-shirt that said "Black is beautiful," people looked at her, like left side, from the left side of your eye, like they do in Chicago. There's a certain look that they give you in Chicago. Yeah, so I was saying to myself, well, after talking to her, if a Caucasian person was to go out there and say white is beautiful, white is great, what's up? What are people going to perceive? Anyway, all of this stuff is, to me, it's just so stupid. There's nothing wrong. Like me, let me tell you what Sheila True Love is all about. I believe that each race, I understand them looking out for their own race. Everybody looks out for their own race of people except for black men. Because ebony women, we're trying our best to try to hang with our black men, but that's just not working out. Because I don't even have to go into detail with this. I mean, you have access to TV, you have access to media. You walk around town and you see what's up. You see more of these black men who have turned their back on their own race of women. They have totally sold out because they bought into this white supremacy. White supremacy. White is better. White is supreme. White is all the above. That's some crazy ass shit. I'm ready to curse. That's crazy. And there's nothing wrong with, put it this way. I'm going to hope the way I'm going to present this to you, it'll help you understand why I feel the way I feel. The reason I feel the way I feel is go inside a Chinese restaurant. Okay, I'm going to give you time. I'm going to let you process this, because sometimes it takes some people longer times to process stuff than others. You know what I learned about myself? I process things in 5 minutes. And other people, what I process in 5 minutes It takes other people 3 to 5 hours to process. And that's where I was going wrong with people. Because I was wondering, why is it that this person, they can't, keep up with me, because I was giving people overload. You know what overload is? Is when you're giving a person too much information. Too much information. The only people that I found out that could keep up with me mentally are Aquarius. If your Mercury is an Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, and no, not Libra. Libra, you can't hang with me, kid. Not really, because it takes you too long. You got to straddle the fence. You got to look at both sides of a situation. That process alone is gonna take 3 hours. No, that's why you have a lot of people who they prefer to be with a quiet woman. They want somebody who's quiet, because it takes them a long time to process things. Whereas me, honey, what would take you 3 hours to process, I process it in 5 minutes. But if you look at one of my videos, I already told you I took an IQ test. My IQ is 147. When I was younger, my IQ was 157. So, when you get older, I guess it's true. Your age, the brain kind of declines, and I don't do drugs, but it's 147. And this is one thing that I finally realized, Sheila, you have got to give people the time before you keep giving so much information. Give them 3 to 5 hours to process stuff. And when you are a person like my ex-husband, because he had TBI, traumatic brain injury, it'll take him 12 hours to process what I could process in 5 minutes. It took that guy, it took him 12 hours or a whole day. So I realized this is where I was going wrong when it comes to people. I like to hang out with people who have a Gemini Mercury, or Gemini period. Gemini, smart as, I want to get smart as fuck. Virgo, smart as hell. I got this one lady, her name is, she's a Virgo. I love her. I love talking to her. And I have another one who, she's a Gemini. I could talk to her for hours. Noreen, you know who you are. Lynette, you know who you are. I could talk to those two women for hours because they talk about everything, the way they catch up. They catch up quick. Aquarius, come on, they're like 15 years ahead of time anyway. But when you're talking to someone who has a Mercury or Gemini, I mean, not Gemini, because Gemini's are bright as hell. Sagittarius, I could work with Sagittarius too because they're smart too. They catch it quick. But when you're dealing with people who have the Mercury or their Taurus is like the bull. Slow. It takes some time to process things. When you're dealing with Cancer, they're very emotional. Everything with a Cancer, either their sun sign or their Mercury or their moon is in Cancer. Oh man, that's torture for me. But I know how to work that. But man, Cancer, it takes a minute for them to catch on because I tend to overwhelm those type of people. I overwhelm them. If you have a moon in Cancer or your Mercury in Cancer, yeah, I'm going to overwhelm you. So what I would do is I would give you something, a piece of something. Whatever, I can't do that too much. So I tend to like to hang out with Aquarius. I like to hang out with Geminis. I like to hang out with Sagittarius. I like to hang out. I love hanging out with Capricorns. God, they smart as hell because they analyze almost everything to death, but they're quick with the analyzation. God, they're smart. Leo, smart as, oh yeah, the king. Come on, are we like confused with that? Leo, I'm working with that. That's smart as hell. But when you're dealing with like Aries, I can't do Aries. Aries is too impulsive for me. You talk to them and you think that they caught on. They didn't catch on. You're overwhelming them with a lot of knowledge. They're just impulsive. They do things like a 6 or 10-year-old would do. They just react. They don't take any time to think about anything. They just react. And had I known that, I would have never married my ex-narc, my ex-husband. He's a Taurus. That's what I wanted. I wanted a Taurus because I figured Taurus, they're very family. I like that family thing about them. I like their it takes them a long time to get angry. They have a great patience level. But guess what? Forget that sun sign crap. You better look at the moon and that Mercury and the Mars. My ex-husband, his everything else in his chart was Aries, Aries, Aries. Childish. He was impulsive. He was he was not nah. Actually, I was shocked with that because normally, like Hitler was an Aries. And you know, Hitler, he cared about his own nation. He cared about his own people. He cared about his own color. So when my ex-narc is sitting up here, a black man, and he's not like a militant like Gregory Elliott, like Malcolm X, like Martin Luther King, I was shocked. But he's more, he got too much self-hatred going on. But the thing I'm trying to say here, back to taking care and looking out for your own race of people. There's nothing wrong with that because that's the same thing as looking out for your own children, looking out for your own family. And if you don't believe me and you feel that, oh no, Sheila True Love, you're wrong. Really? Go inside of a Chinese restaurant and see all the people that they hire. When's the last time you've been into an Italian restaurant? Look at all the people that they take care of. They make sure that they got their family. They make sure that they take care of their own race. When's the last time you went into a Russian? Or you know that they got these, how you say, Muslim people? They look at who they hire. Everybody's taking care of their own race. Look at the Jewish businesses. Look at the Jews. Really. You go outside the Jewish businesses, everybody up in there is mainly Jewish. They make sure their people are taken care of first. So why is it that when it comes to black men, everybody else could take care of their other nation. Every other race of men could take care of their own creation. You know, creation. When I say creation, I'm talking about who created black women. We came out of the black man's sperm. Am I correct? Jews came out of Jewish people's sperm, and Italians came out of Italian people's sperm. That's their creation. Everybody else can look out for their own creation. Like I told you, if you don't believe me, go out there and look at all these businesses out here. Go out there and look at all these people who have these successful businesses and look at who they're married to. Their own race, their own nation. Am I offended by that? Am I angry about it? Hell no, I'm not angry about it. I'm not offended either. I admire it. You're supposed to look out for your own. You're supposed to. And people say, what about, you keep talking about race. There's only one race, the human race. Okay, yeah, what freaking pipe was you smoking? Human race, and that sounds good and it looks good on paper. But in the real world, sweetheart, the real world, when you come up out of the cave that you've been living in, no. Everyone is taking care of their own creation, their own race, their own, and to be honest, I'm not going to knock that. Freak that nonsense. I admire it. I just hate every time I see like a black man, he's over here taking care of some this race of woman or that race of woman instead of taking care of your own kid. You know, the way strategy, let's talk about strategy and life things about strategy. The strategy that these, I'm going to say white supremacists, they want to do everything to keep black people divided. They want to keep us fighting among ourselves. And as long as they can throw other races of women into the picture, you know, that's their last weapon. That's a weapon. And as long as they can throw their weapon to keep us fighting among ourselves and keep us divided, they're always going to come out ahead. We're never going to come out ahead. What's wrong with looking out for your own race of women? What's wrong with you not selling out? And I'm sorry, every time I see a black man with some other race of woman, and you know, come on, Tubi, let's keep it real. You know damn well Sheila True Love ain't no racist. I believe that love has no color. To be honest with you, I really, really believe that. At the same time, are we living in the real world here? You have the same goddamn TV that I have. And you see, every time you see something, they always try to put a black man with any other race of woman, but they hardly ever put a black woman with other races of men. And to be honest with you, if we're going to use common sense here, because I told you in this world, you got a lot of people who have PhDs, MDs, doctrines, and all the above, but they have no common sense. Common sense would say, yo, if we're going to look at something on television, we should see more black women with different races of men. Why? Because black women outnumber black men. So if you're going to try to do interracial and you want everybody to get along because we all should be beautiful and we should all entwine, why don't you have more Caucasians with black women, Chinese with black women, Indians with black women? No, you keep trying to push this crap with black men dogging black women, disrespecting black women. A black man has no business, listen to me, and this is how I feel it's legit. You have no business with no other race of women because we come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, eye colors, hair texture. I'm Trinidadian. My skin tone is amazing. Amazing. There's not a week that goes by people are like, I love your skin. You're so beautiful. My ex-husband, no, my skin wasn't light enough for him. Okay? But like I'm saying, for me to see a black man with another race of woman, am I offended by that? I think it's disrespectful personally. I'm sorry, that's just me. I normally like to talk about things that I know opposed to an opinion or things that I feel. You see, in this instance, I'm telling you how I feel, and I'm telling you it's just an opinion. It's not a fact, but to me, it's disrespectful. Because you have so many women of your own race that need men in their homes. You need to take care of your own like you see all these other races taking care of their own. And when you see these Caucasian women or other races of women with these black men, it's because they're rejected by their own race. Their own race of men don't want them. They either got a vagina that's too big, they ain't got no freaking sugar walls, or they're drug addicts, or they're mentally ill, or they're extremely fat and sloppy looking with their fat. You know, those are the only type of Caucasian women that I've noticed, and no offense to anyone. They say, oh, like the Kardashians. Their mother trained them. I was looking at a show. I can't quote exactly what show it is. She trained her daughters to go after black men, because she said, all you have to do to get a black man is have a big ass and a smile. Now tell me that's not offensive and that's not insulting. That's all you have to have a black man. And black men, guess what they did? They proved her right. They proved her right. Because when they saw these women coming out here with these big booties and all of that, they started saying, yo, black women, oh, you got competition now. Because you got these other women coming out here with these big asses. They got you. So you're trying to tell me that all we were to you was a big ass? Really? And I'm not supposed to be offended. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, like these, some of these black men that you look at you hear on YouTube, they would be like, yeah, girl, you black women, you got competition now. Now, if these white women or all these other women learn how to cook, they got you beat. You got me beat. Really? Is that all I am to you, is a big ass and what I could sling in the goddamn kitchen? What about the history that we've shared together? What about that? I understand what's up with you, kid. Because everything you've been through, so have I. You know? What does people who have white privilege understand about working hard for... Come on, another thing I want to stress here. You have to understand that when it comes to the Caucasian race, they had a 400-year head start. A 400-year head start. Now, come on, give us some credit where credit is due. That's called, they're right near the finish line. They're right near the finish line. We started all the way in the back of the finish, not even close to the finish line. We didn't have no head start. And look at Oprah Winfrey. Look at Michelle Obama. Look at Felicia Rashad. Look at even a woman like me, Sheila Truelove. I have so many Caucasian women that are living in the trailer parks, like right down the block from me. I'm living in Grecian Terrace. I'm sitting up here with a freaking great state job. They're fucking excuse my colloquialism, they're tossing burgers at Burger King. How is it that I can see a Caucasian woman living in some trailer park, flipping burgers, or down on her knees having to do whatever the hell she has to do? How the hell does that happen? I'm an ebony woman. How the hell did I come out ahead of you when you had a 400-year head start, kid? What's up? And don't give me no crap about your ancestors, because you're still benefiting from what your ancestors put in place. This is why I tell my ebony women, jealous, you ain't got no reason to ever be jealous of no other race of woman who got light skin or pale skin. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They had a 400-year head start. Or how about this? They was right at the finish line. Right at the finish line. We was like right at the back. And look at how we passed them. We passed them. Now can you imagine where we would be at if we was at the same starting point? If we was at the same starting point, are you kidding? I can't even put it into words. Don't ever think that black women are jealous of Caucasian women. Please, please. Because you're a fool. Yeah, that's foolishness. But like I said, anytime a black man is thinking that way, it's because he's smoked up on crack, crystal meth, he's on some freaking chronic, or he's smoking dust, or he's a heroin addict, he's on some type of drug. All of these black men, I promise you, and check this out, I bet you 97% of all these black men who are not with black women, they got a drug habit, they're living on the down low, and if you don't believe me, I could post some videos of what these black men are really about. That's why they go to a lot of these other races, because other races of women don't know their game. Other races of women were not raised in the household with them, so they feel that they can manipulate them. They could, get away with more. Ebony women, come on, kid. We could call you on that. You know we can. That's like with Carlos. If you see my other video with Carlos the Jesus, he was sitting up there talking about, yeah, right. Ain't nowhere in the world you call yourself a king and you want some weak ass woman. A king belongs with the queen. And the darker, let me tell you the way I see stuff. You know, it's not a fact. It's an opinion and a viewpoint. Anytime I see a dark-skinned woman, the darker her skin, the more of a queen that she appears to be to me. Because she's powerful. A powerful woman should be with a powerful man. Isn't a king supposed to be powerful? Yeah. And if I'm ever having a bad day or things are not going so great for me, please, I'm asking of you. Oh, my tubies. You say, you know what you need to send to Sheila True Love? Send her a woman who has the darkest skin that you could find. Because that woman had to overcome so much. And make sure she's successful. Don't send me some girl from the hood, dark skin, in a freaking project with 7, 8 kids. Oh, hell no. Send me a dark-skinned woman. Like somebody like Oprah Winfrey. Send me somebody like her. Or that Lupita, she's a new model. She's amazing. She's bright as all freak. Send her to me. Because I know she had to overcome so much. And if this woman is successful, when I'm at my lowest point, and I'm like in my deathbed, and I'm weak as all get out, send me somebody dark-skinned. Because God knows if you made it to be successful, ain't nowhere in the world that I can't make it. Ain't nowhere in the world. Which is one of the reasons I fell in love. Like I told you, my tubies, I know what narcissism is. Gregory Elliott, that man, oh man, he was dark skinned, and he had a bit of arrogance, a little. He had some arrogance about him. He was a Taurus, and his Mercury was in Taurus. That's why we understood each other. He had his moon in Aries, but he had his Mercury communication. His Mercury was in Taurus. My Mercury is in Capricorn. We communicated. And let me tell you something, the reason why I fell in love with Greg so hard. I fell in love with him so hard because I think it's because he likes sex on a regular basis. He liked the closeness of me. He constantly liked the closeness of me. A lot of things that we did, we had to use condoms because, I already told you how Sheila True Love get down. I don't take it from A to Z without no condom. But he was good with that. And he had a healthy, I don't want to say healthy, but the beauty of Gregory was that he had this kind of arrogance where when he looks at his woman, he wants to constantly be reminded of his beauty. I noticed that about Greg. He wanted to be reminded of his beauty And he wanted to be reminded of how strong he is, or how strong he was. He's in a nursing home right now, and I go to see that man every freaking month. Okay? People say, I know he was a narcissist. I still hang with that kid. Because let me tell you something else that I like about Greg. You couldn't throw no Caucasian woman on him. He ain't feeling none. All his porno, he ain't watching no white porno. Like my ex-husband, my ex-narc, all he had was all white women. All white women, all Spanish, all light. And then I asked him, what's up with that, kid? What's up? He never told me the truth. And then finally we had a sit down. Let's keep it real. He said, okay, Sheila, let me tell you the truth. The reason why I have all my porno pretty much is all my pornos. Pill put in eye drops. It's with white women. He said because white women are nasty. White women are like piggish. And I'm not trying to offend my Caucasian women, but this is what he said. This is a black man, dark skin as hell. My ex-husband, that's pretty much why he's my ex-husband. He said, I like these white pornos, or white women, period, because they're nasty. And I said, are you trying to tell me that you can't find no black women that are nasty? Well, actually, black women are not really. We're freaky. We can do freaky, babe. We can do freaky. But I know, because everybody goes to Pornhub. Let's not kid each other. Everybody goes to Pornhub. So when he said that white women were more desirable than black women because they were more nasty, you know what She the True Love did? What did I do? Come on, I'm going to let you process that. What do you think I did? Yeah, I went to Pornhub and I looked at what these Caucasian women do with these black men and blah, blah, blah. And what he pretty much likes about this is how the black man, he takes his penis and he chokes her with it all down her throat. He puts it all on her face. He sits up there. He could piss on her chest. He could defecate all on her. He could do all kind of crazy crap to the Caucasian woman that black women are not going to do. Black women, I see the black women porn. Black women, we got freaky, man. We freaky as hell. I'm freaky. And guess what? I could even be nasty if I want to be. He knows that too. But at the same time, he liked these type of females, so that told me a lot about who he was. Anytime you have a man who's beyond freaky and he wants damn right piggish, that's a cheating ass man. That's not no man you could ever trust. You need all of that to excite you? Really? Yeah, you're right, babe. I'm not the woman for you, and you're not the man for me. You got to sit up here and watch a woman getting dogged like a train run on her, with a man using her in every hole that she has, and she has all the guys ejaculating on her face and on her body. And that's the kind of stuff that my ex-husband, that's the kind of stuff that turns him on. And I didn't do that kind of stuff, so God knows. I know the difference between fantasy. Because I've seen some porno where the guys were doing kind of things that I would never in real life want. It's fantasy. It's called fantasy. I get it. But anytime your fantasy is all about one freaking color of a woman, and there's nothing a woman of your own color can do to excite you, and no, that's a guy that's nah. He's with you because he's using you, because you're doing something for him, or you're a good homemaker and you're taking good care of him. He's not really into you. And my mom, my aunt, and some of my Christian sisters from the religion that I used to be of, they said anytime you have a man that's really hot in the mouth, and anytime you have a man who he likes everything to be real nasty, that will never ever be a faithful man. Never. No, because you know what? You don't need all of that crap, kid. When your body needs sex, and I'm going to make another video. I can't wait. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait for you, my tubies, my Teletubbies, to see this next video. I'm going to show you all these men who are celibate. These are men who are before they're 40. You know, come on. Anytime a man is that crazy, my ex-husband, it wasn't about the sex with him. It was never about the sex. It was about degrading women. He looked for people who he could feel that he could make feel like they're beneath him. They got to be beneath him. That's why he wasn't comfortable with my family. He wasn't comfortable with my world because you couldn't make nobody really feel beneath you. Nah, kid, come on now. Come on. That's why. No, this and our sex life. It was trash. He was selfish. Everything was about me catering to him. He didn't care about. You know how sex works. I could never do my Kegel muscles on this guy. It was like 5 minutes and it was over. And don't let me get on top. If I got on top, I got 3 minutes out of the whole deal. And I didn't even use my Kegels. You know, women know, men may not know what I'm talking about, but men probably do. You know how you use contract your muscles and your vagina, you contract and you know how to work it. I never could do that with him. Never. Why? Because, honey, if I would have did that with him, it wouldn't have been 5 minutes. It would have been a minute. Come on. That was some whack ass. I'm sorry. I'm almost cursing here. That was some, our sex life, his sex was trash. That's why he liked women who use drugs. He always liked women who are all on crack, or women who smoke dope, or women who's on some kind of drug, because he knew, deep down inside, he knows he don't have no skills. So it's the drug that's exciting them. You know, when a woman is under the influence of drugs, you could even put a cucumber, you could put a banana up in her, and she's going to be calling that daddy. Oh, yeah, daddy. Oh, yeah, daddy. Oh, daddy, you're so great. Oh, yeah, don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop, daddy. It's a cucumber, for God's sake. It's a banana. It's a carrot. It's because she's under cocaine or she's under the influence of a drug, and that's the stimulant. He's not stimulating her. That's why my ex, he always liked women who are into the drug thing, because he knows that he don't have no skills. He can't excite no. How about this? He can't keep. It's not what you could keep a woman excited. Not really. She got to be drugged out, or she got to be drunk out of her goddamn mind. God, I remember the first. No, I'm not gonna even go. It was no skills, sweetheart. No skills. The sex was trash. Only thing is I don't do drugs. So, we had a problem with that crap. I got to sit up here and smoke crack. I got to do some sniff cocaine. I got to smoke the weed, or I got to be on dust in order for us to get together sexually. And come on. No. I got to destroy my goddamn brain cells in order to try to make this character happy. But like I'm saying, when it comes to races looking out for their own race, there's nothing wrong with that, because Jewish people do it. Chinese, Japanese, Indian, Muslims, Italian. If you don't believe me, don't take my word for it. Just go inside the restaurants and look at who they're looking out for. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because, I look at the black race, and it's like, it seems like everything and everyone is trying to keep us divided. Keep us divided, keep us fighting among ourselves, because they know damn well if black people was not divided, when you over there with this Caucasian, I'm over here with that Chinese, I'm over here with this white man, or whatever. If they can't keep us divided and we unite, honey, there's no stopping us. We are powerful. We're powerful. Look at the way we changed the whole freaking world. Everybody wants to dress like us. Everybody wants to dance like us. Everybody's getting their lips pumped up. Everybody's getting shots in their ass. Everybody's doing these squats. Like a lot of these white women, they're squatting like crazy, like a pro, trying to get a big ass. Everybody's trying to copy off of what? The black people. So if people are working that hard to try to copy off of us and be like us, I mean, straight up and down, if we were to just unite with ourselves, baby, there's nothing, do you hear me? There's nothing that could stop us. And guess what? White supremacists, they know that. Anyway, Sheila True Love, truly loving you, always loving you. You always have a choice. Please, for God's sake, please, my darlings, choose wisely. Until next time, bye for now.